everyone, so you might have noticed I'm in a little bit of a different setting today. I am currently in Paris, which is so amazing, and I am literally staying in the most beautiful hotel, so I will be vlogging my entire trip here. And also check out my Instagram, look at the hashtag Susie and Alex to Paris, that's what we've come up with for this trip, and it will have all our kind of goings on and adventures on there. So obviously being in France, being in Paris, there's a Sephora pretty much down every single street, and there is one about 3 minutes from our hotel, so you can't really blame me. I'm a beauty blogger, there's a Sephora, I have to walk in. So I thought I would just go through some of the bits that I picked up. I did get a little bit spendy on two brands in particular, so I got a lot of Sephora own brand stuff and a few little Makeup Forever bits, and I know that you can get hold of Makeup Forever in the UK now, but it's literally in one store in London, so I thought I would just grab some while I'm here. So I'm going to go through everything, and I've kind of had a little bit of a swatching session this morning. I'm wearing all the bits that I've bought, so I've tried them out a little bit. So let's empty out this bag. And I'm going to start with the Sephora bits that I bought first. So this was the first thing that I actually saw and that I really have been meaning to pick up, and it's the Sephora Wonderful Cushion. Now these cushion foundations are everywhere at the moment. I've been trying the L'Oreal one for a while, really like it. So I thought I would give this one a go, and the testers weren't great on this. I think it's hard to have a tester for a cushion foundation because they've pretty much all dried up. But it looks like a very standard cushion foundation, and I really like this new formula that they brought out because the cushion foundations are so light and so thin, but they have amazing coverage, so I'm hoping this one will do all of that. So basically you get a little sponge in there which is full of the product, and there's also a little applicator too, which you're supposed to use, but personally I'm a fan of using beauty blenders with these kind of products. So that is one that I still have yet to give a go, but it's so interesting to see that there are so many brands bringing out these cushion foundations. I might do a little comparison just to see which ones are the best and maybe do a blog post on that, so keep an eye out for that one. So while I was looking around all the little Sephora bits, I also saw these palettes, and these come in trios, so you can basically pick out all individual eyeshadows and put them in, and they actually make it so easy to make these because all the little individual eyeshadows pop out really quickly, and they also have this super cool little popping out tool there, so it's really kind of fun to make your own palette. So I went for these 3 shades, and these are all glitters. I was basically looking at the Sephora eyeshadows and I saw all these palettes that had these amazing glitters in them, but there was only one glitter shade in each palette, so I decided just to make my own glitter palette. Why not? I love really sparkly, really glittery eyeshadow, and it's not something that I have enough in my collection, so I thought I would dedicate a whole palette to it. So these are the shades Ballet Shoes, Lucky Penny, and Hollywood Calling. I really love this one here, which is Lucky Penny. This is actually the first one I swatched. It's a very bronzy gold kind of metallic eyeshadow, but it has amazing gold sparkle and gold pigment in it, so I'm really looking forward to doing some kind of intense glittery eye with these. I feel like this could be a perfect birthday makeup. And these little palettes that they come in are really cute as well. There was a few different designs. I went for the pastel one, of course, so that is my little eyeshadow palette. So whenever I'm in a Sephora, I always try and make a point of picking up a Sephora brush. I really love Sephora's own branded brushes. They're really nice because they're very long and they feel kind of nice and luxurious to use and really good quality. So I have a couple at home, but the one I picked up today was number 56. So this is kind of a smaller version of the airbrush foundation brush that I already have that I use quite a bit, and I kind of wanted a bit more of a smaller, stumpier version because it's just the right size to get underneath your eyes as well as all around your face, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Real Techniques buffing brush, maybe mixed with the Expert Face brush. It's sort of that shape but a little bit more squashed down. And I actually use this to apply my concealer today, and because it is so dense it really packs on a lot of coverage. So I really enjoyed using this one, and I think it's going to be a good addition to my other Sephora brushes. So a few of the lip products that I got, and of course I had to pick up one of the Sephora matte lip creams. I love these things, you all know this, and I think I actually had this one before. I'm pretty sure I picked this up in the US when I was in Sephora there, but it didn't make it home with me for some reason. So I picked one up again, and this is the shade number 9. It is just the most bright, kind of corally intense pink. I love it so much. These matte lip stains are just some of the nicest liquid lipsticks. They're very pigmented, so you really don't need a lot of them, and they can feel a little bit drying because they have so much pigment and colour in them, but as long as you have a lip balm underneath, I think they work perfectly. So I feel like this is going to be my favourite summer liquid lipstick, and I've been wearing so many nudes recently that I haven't really been embracing a lot of colour, so it feels so good to be wearing a bright colourful lipstick again. And then speaking of lip balms, I also got one of the Sephora lip balms. I've been meaning to pick one of these up for a while, and this is actually a really cool little product. So this is the Colour Adapt Lip Balm, and it's basically just a little lipstick tube which looks like it has a pink lip balm in it, but this actually adapts to your lip colour, and it creates a lip colour that's just kind of personalised to you, which I think is amazing. It's also a really good lip balm. It's very hydrating, but it's not one of those lip balms that feels greasy or kind of leaves your lips feeling drier than they did before. The colour of this on me comes out as a really, really pretty pink. A little bit brighter than it looks in the bullet here, but still really wearable, really lovely. It's just the perfect thing to have in your bag if you haven't thought about bringing lipstick and you just have to apply something really quickly on the go, but you want a bit of moisture as well. I think this is so good, so I'm really happy that I got one of these. So those are all the Sephora bits that I got, and then onto the Makeup Forever stuff. And I actually purchased, this time around, the Makeup Forever HD foundation. I can't believe I don't have this. I feel like I'm not actually an official beauty blogger because I've never bought this in the past, but when I did my top 5 foundations video, so many of you guys recommended me this. I had a little bit of a challenge colour matching myself in the store, but I think I picked out a pretty good shade. This is Y235, and I used it for the first time this morning, and I have to say, it wasn't as full coverage as I expected it to be. I thought it would be really intense, really, really perfecting, but after kind of using it and then putting my makeup on top and everything else, I actually really, really like the finish. So it has a really smooth texture, which I did really like, and it's very buildable too, so you can really build up the coverage with this if you sit and sort of work at it. Personally, I don't really like to kind of build up too many layers of foundation, but I feel like it's a thin enough formula that you can get away with doing that. Definitely need to give this a little bit more of a test, but so far so good. So I also picked up the matching concealer for this, and this is the Ultra HD Invisible Concealer. Now I actually have one of these back at home, but I bought totally the wrong shade because I actually ordered it online. So this is so full coverage. It was kind of what I was expecting the foundation to be a lot more like, and the applicator on this one is really, really funny. It's a kind of rounded tip, and it just comes out really, really thick and really fast, which I'm not sure I love. You can definitely put way too much of this on, and you do not need much at all because it is so pigmented and so full coverage. I put this underneath my eyes in a kind of V shape, and it brightened them up so much. It's so pigmented, but also really, really brightening too. So it's one of those great all-round concealers that you can use all over the face, under the eyes, and just everywhere that you need it. So I have high hopes for this one. And I think the foundation together with the concealer does make for a really, really lovely base. So I'm pretty happy with these two. And then last up, I really, really wanted to pick up the Makeup Forever Smoky Lash. I haven't had that for a good kind of year or so, and it is one of my favourite mascaras, and I always forget about it because you can't really get hold of it in the UK. But I went to buy it, and apparently they don't make it anymore, which is such a shame because it is such a good mascara. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but it wasn't on the stand, it wasn't on the counter. However, they did have the Smoky Lash in different colours, so they didn't have the black, but they had the brown, and I'm quite a big fan of brown mascara. I think because my lashes are quite fair anyway, and I have quite fair skin, brown mascara does work quite well for me, and I like to kind of do the whole brown liner, brown eyeshadow, brown mascara thing. I think it's a really lovely, natural, everyday look. So I picked this up, and I'm kind of glad I did because I really, really like it. I actually just have this on my bottom lashes at the moment, so I've got normal black mascara on the top and then brown on the bottom, and it is still the amazing Smoky Lash formula that I love. Really volumizing, really, really thickening. I'm really glad I got this, but wish I had managed to find it in black as well. And that is everything in this little bag. So that is all the things that I got in Sephora. I hope you enjoyed that quick little spontaneous haul, and I will be trying out all these products a little bit more and probably come back in maybe a favourites and talk about some of the bits that I really, really like. So that is it from me today here in Paris. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye!